eponymous brand Louis Vuitton is a household name among the world's current fashion firms. There's a lot about Louis Vuitton that we know and adore. They create fantastic luggage and handbags and a line of perfumes. However, there's still a lot to learn about this luxury goods behemoth. We've gathered some surprising facts that even the most ardent LV fans may not have known about before, from beautiful store spaces to unrivaled brand value, and from the power of the luxury conglomerate to some unexpected products. We're taking you inside the world of LV like you've never seen it before. 1. Its brand worth outperforms Gucci, Hermes, and a slew of other luxury brands. Forbes ranked Louis Vuitton as the 19th most valuable brand in 2016. It's followed by Mercedes-Benz. Louis Vuitton is the only luxury fashion brand to make the top 30. The Louis Vuitton brand is valued $27.3 billion, which is more than the combined value of Hermes, $11.7 billion, and Gucci, $12 billion. Even fast fashion firms like H&M, $15.9 billion, and Zara, $10.7 billion, couldn't match Louis Vuitton's dominance. 2. Their parent enterprise has a virtual monopoly on the luxury market. The LVMH conglomerate controls nearly all of the main luxury brands on the market today, including Louis Vuitton, Fendi, Kenzo, Marc Jacobs, Emilio Pucci, and even Dior and Celine are LVMH subsidiaries. Hublot, Tag Heuer, Zenith, and Bulgari are among the watch and jewelry brands owned by the company. LVMH owns Dom Perignon, Domaine Chandon California, Hennessy, Glenmorangie, Krug, Mercier, and Mo and Chandon, among other wine and liquor brands. This corporation, led by Bernard Arnault, is sometimes accused of having a monopoly in the luxury goods market. Imagine sipping Mo from a fluted glass while wearing Fendi shoes and a Pucci dress, wearing Sephora makeup, and wearing Bulgari jewelry. You're suddenly LVMH from head to toe without even recognizing it. Given these circumstances, Arnault might easily be one of the industry's most influential men, as any decision he makes on behalf of the company could have far-reaching implications. 3. Louis Vuitton, founder of Louis Vuitton brand, had a grandson named Henry who was supposedly a Nazi admirer. Published in 2004, a book titled Louis Vuitton, A French Saga, revealed ties between the Vuitton family and the German Nazis. Stephanie Bonvicini, the author, says she came upon the information when studying Louis Vuitton's history for a feature about the brand's 150th anniversary. When she inquired about the company's wartime operations, they remained silent, claiming that all documentation from 1930 to 1945 had been burned in a fire. However, historical records show that Louis Vuitton's store in the Hôtel du Parc in Vichy, where Pétain established his puppet government, was the only one that was allowed to remain open while others were closed. According to the author, Henry Vuitton, the great-grandson of Louis Vuitton, set up a factory to make items to honor Pétain, including busts of him. 4. A $9,000 limited edition teddy bear is Louis Vuitton's cuddliest creation. On their 150th anniversary, Louis Vuitton only created one teddy bear design that was totally designed, developed, and manufactured by their own firm. The monogram bear, dubbed Doudou, was limited to 500 pieces and sold for a whopping $9,000 each. One of them was even sold for $182,000 at a Christie's auction in Monaco. When a treasure like this comes up for sale, Louis Vuitton aficionados are first in line to get a piece of the action. And the bear that was auctioned off is a sign of the demand for limited edition products from luxury goods businesses, especially since it went for a massive price over its initial price. To make the greatest money, smart collectors know when to buy and when to sell. 5. The Singapore Maison of Louis Vuitton features an underwater entrance tunnel, a bookstore, and a relaxation deck. Louis Vuitton's Singapore Maison is housed in a multi-story edifice that acts as an island and is connected to Marina Bay Sands via tunnels. LVMH secured the space for Louis Vuitton after a series of long and complex discussions. The space was initially supposed to be a gallery, but it piqued Bernard Arnault's interest, and after a series of lengthy and complex negotiations, LVMH secured the space for Louis Vuitton. The store is already regarded as a landmark at Marina Bay Sands. The store is part of the Marina Bay Sands Resort and was designed by Moshe Safdie, but the nautical interiors by Peter Marino give it a particular Louis Vuitton atmosphere. The space was created to invite people to look outside the building and take in the scenery, but the spectacular display of Louis Vuitton merchandise may grab your attention. This store sells all of the typical LV clothes and accessories, but it also has a dedicated watch room where you may browse the brand watches at your leisure. 6. Louis Vuitton started off as a luggage company. When most people hear Louis Vuitton, they immediately think of high-end fashion. But when the Frenchman Louis Vuitton founded his firm in the mid-1800s, he wasn't thinking about high-end fashion. Because of the growing popularity of train and automobile travel, Vuitton saw an opportunity. The market for luggage and travel cases such as trunks was growing. Vuitton's business grew and grew, as luggage became both a necessity and a status symbol for many. Vuitton's beautiful waterproof trunks for travel were quickly snatched up by early consumers. Prior to starting his own company, Vuitton worked as a trunk maker for Empress Eugénie de Montijo, Napoleon III's wife. For his luggage and trunks, Vuitton is said to have invented the world's first pick-proof lock. 7. Vuitton's son designed the LV emblem. Georges Vuitton, Louis Vuitton's son, designed the renowned interlocking L and V letters, featured on the company's signature purses in 1896. This was a means for Louis to solidify the identity of his fledgling baggage company. Along with other fashion companies' trademarks like Chanel's double C's, the Hermes horse-drawn carriage, and Gucci's G, it's undoubtedly the most identifiable fashion emblem in the world today. 8. The brand has a slew of well-known supporters. It's no wonder that a well-known Parisian fashion brand has a devoted following. The name Louis Vuitton holds almost as much weight as the city of Paris. Louis Vuitton's fashion presentations are always packed with celebrities. Tennis player Naomi Osaka and actress Jennifer Connelly, for example, were both in attendance at the Fall/Winter 2021 show, admiring the season's styles. 9. Emma Stone is a favorite of LV. Emma Stone, Cruella actress, was the face of LV's latest fragrance advertisement for Cœur Battant. The stunning actress was photographed against a backdrop of beautiful pastel flowers in an exquisite advertising spread that showcased her impeccable style, known for its balance of simplicity and modernism. Cœur Battant is Louis Vuitton's 10th scent in the Les Parfums Louis Vuitton collection. Stone has also participated in commercial campaigns for LV, wearing their outfits and highlighting their high-end bags, such as the one for LV's Spirit of Travel. 10. Louis Vuitton bags are nearly indestructible. The fact that these luxury bags are extremely sturdy and powerful is one of the main reasons for their high price. The materials used by Louis Vuitton can survive practically any situation, including severe rain and even fire. Bags are dropped repeatedly during the production process to ensure their durability. Around 5,000 times, the zippers are opened and closed. End-of-season bags, on the other hand, are burned rather than sold at a discount, despite their durability and fireproof quality. So that's all for today's video. Feel free to tell us in the comment section below what you think about the video and the most exciting fact about the brand Louis Vuitton. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Luxury Bay and hit that notification bell so you can always be notified by our regular uploads.